Hey, what you working on? Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
You got it. Come on, man.
Yo, watch out!
One more.
Hey, bring him up!
And one. Give me that.
He's all day, baby. Hey, hey! Woo-hoo! I got you quiet real quick.
All right, everyone, bring it in. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. But let's keep that focus and energy going in today's practice. Aim to be great. I want to score earlier and transition offense. If someone is up court, we have to get the ball to them. All right, let's go.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Yo, look at the clock.
That's what's gonna be losing today.
Clock. Shot.
Keep shooting, baby. Come on, man. Don't forget the clock. Hey, yo, look at the clock. Oh, where's the foul?
Don't forget the clock. Clock. Don't forget the clock.
Hey, don't forget to get on my man. Hey, good luck, though. Who's got ball?
You could do better than that.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Yo, don't forget the clock. Let's go. Hear that out, Hayward.
Clock.
Yes, sir. Focus!
Watch the screen.
Hey, right here. We're here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the pick. Coming. Buck two. Screen coming.
Come on, focus.
Hey, watch that out. Get through.
Pick. Screen. Oh, bomb now. Hey,
this.
Nice work, fellas. Try to stay a while and get some additional reps in.
Ready for some top plays? I'm Olivier Cedra, PA announcer for your Brooklyn Nets. The time is here for your first vote of Season 3. Which one has the power within to win? My team first.
So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plummer. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Washington. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Speedy subbed in for Rozier. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Hernan Gomez. Nance out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Murphy in at the 3. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Alvarado. No good from outside. Hornets trail by 5. Oubre outside. Outside ball. And the layup's good off the glass.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper.
Pass to Alvarado. Dishes to Nance. Shoots over McDaniel. Ball with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin, out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
Smith checked in for ball. It's stolen by Nance. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded closely. Buries it down low. Ingram's got his second basket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots? Getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
And Murphy kicks to Ingram. The 17-footer goes down. Now it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Smith scanning the floor. Pass to Speedy. Smith outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Nance.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Marshall's checked in.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
And the basket by Alvarado.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific. And they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see continue.
Smith outside. He kicks it to Oubre.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Speedy. And you look at MP, you have to think back to his very successful college career, Greg. Was an outright star at that level.
Yeah, stayed 3 years before making the jump to the NBA. You don't see that too often nowadays, but he won a college championship and had nothing left to prove.
Nance passes to Alvarado. In the corner, it's Ingram. That one, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way, getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
And that one's good, Richard.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Back to Ingram. New Orleans moving it around. Marshall passes to Alvarado. Kicks to Murphy. Ingram outside. The three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Speedy, no good. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw.
Hornets. Number 91.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far. 1
second separating the shot clock and game clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Oubre kicks to McDaniel. The pass to Speedy. Back to McDaniel. For 3. Oubre bangs home the trifecta.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. New Orleans on top, leading by 4. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we reach
25. Show some love for your honeybee.
And if it so an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Gordon Hayward comes in for P.J. Washington. Oubre's checked in for Cody Martin. And Speedy subbed in for Ball. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Brandon Ingram. Zion Williamson is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Murphy in at the small forward position. Passes it to Hayward. From about 16. Speedy, no good. Pelicans leading by 5.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last few years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
Down low, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
And the Hornets making a change here. Smith is checked in. Pass to Murphy. Nance in the post. Defended by Hayward. The shot's good from Nance.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself, knows his strengths on offense, and plays to them.
Smith kicks to Oubre. Pass to Speedy. Pelicans pull it in, coming off that loss against the Nets.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Reason why, that opens up driving lanes, makes it dangerous for teams to W in the post. The offense becomes more dynamic.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Alvarado. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 11. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. It's game one of a 3-game road trip. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink, wills those shots in.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Nance passes to Murphy. Ingram with it from outside the arc. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 4 rebounds now tonight. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Speed.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
2 minutes remaining.
Brennan Gomez kicks to Murphy.
2 minutes.
1:53 left here in the second. It's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Charlotte's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Here's Smith, and there's another one for the Hornets.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint.
Back to Ingram. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Releases. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Hornets trail by 6. To the inside. Doesn't go for him. Nance with some nice D. New Orleans has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Murphy. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Now the pass to Speedy. Bounce pass, Smith. Oubre dishes to Smith. Passes it to Richards. Here's Speedy to the middle. It's good, and the New Orleans Raiders get down to 6. That one coming from Richards.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ingram kicks to Murphy. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Back to Ingram. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Richards got 6 rebounds here tonight.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Murphy with the ball. From deep. And so it's New Orleans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. McDaniels checked in for Washington. Oubre comes in for Plumlee. Speedy's checked in for Terry Rozier. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ball. Nice shot by Smith.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range. I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Kelly Oubre out there with McDaniels. Then there's Speedy. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Richards in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
He's off on the second.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Oubre against Murphy. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Alvarado. Here's Nance. Nails the baby hook. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down. You have to make the most of every sequence.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And Murphy kicks to Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Murphy. Murphy's got 6 assists now in the game. Pass to Oubre, to the paint. And the basket by Speedy. Speedy's got 9.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Pass to Murphy. Back to Ingram. 20 feet out. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ingram's got 26 points. Hornets trail by 19. The pass to Oubre. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Inside. McDaniels passes to Speedy. During last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 years.
Always a tough decision, and this is a critical time for Charlotte. They've got a tremendous young core. They think their time is now, and they want to make a bold move with the new hire.
Washington's checked in for the Hornets. Gordon Hayward comes in for Dennis Smith. Ingram outside. McCollum with the bounce pass. Williamson, the pass to McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
C.J. McCollum is the kind of player any team would love to have. He does so many things well.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Oubre. Clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Oubre's got 5 points now this quarter.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Here's Ingram. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Charlotte making the switch.
Brandon Ingram going to the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Brandon Ingram is a fascinating player, multi-dimensional and versatile. Needs to keep improving.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here are the Pelicans now. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Then there's Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Murphy in at the 4 slot. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They have thrown themselves on the offensive glass. And because of their hustle, they are being rewarded with second chance points.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Rozier looking around. Pass to Speedy. Down low. And stolen by Williamson. Here's Ingram. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Terry Rozier.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off the shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Hornets. Rozier, the pass to Speedy. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A creator indeed. And the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about...
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Ingram. He kicks it to Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Shooting for New Orleans.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
And there's the pass to Speedy. Plumlee trying to break loose. Speedy, no good. Pelicans leading by 20. Ingram right side. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by Speedy. Charlotte's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Charlotte ball.
The feed to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, boy, oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Ball against McCollum. Passes it to Ingram. 6 to shoot. For the 3. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Ball's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hayward can't hit.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Here's Ingram. Here's Williamson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
This is where you like to see Zion go to work in the lane, where his size is a decided advantage.
He's off on the first. Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
Speedy, no good. New Orleans leading by 19 points. Here's McCollum. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So reliable, they've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Here's Speedy. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Ingram against Hayward. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Here's Ball. Softly drops in the floater. Ball's got 28 points for the game.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. From 13 feet, it goes down. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up. So important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
And the Hornets call time here.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Charlotte's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Washington finds Ball.
2 minutes remaining.
Hayward passes to Speedy. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Valanciunas has got 11 rebounds in the game. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own call. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Ball, the pass to Speedy. Plumlee trying to break loose, and he nails the jumper. 13 points for Speedy.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for C.J. McCollum.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Charlotte shooting at 51%. really solid. Ball finds Hayward to the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. On the wing, Jones. Here's Williamson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for Washington. Martin's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Maladon subbed in for Ball. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Hey, yo, get on Williamson.
Williams against Williamson.
Ball. Hey, ball.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Graham. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
What up, Ash? Press?
No. I gotta show you something. Just watch this.
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like a phone to me. Y'all got that MP29? That Nokia joint?
No. I think it stands for mostly pathetic.
No.
Major poser.
Missed the point.
Musty pillow.
Yo, why is that so funny, though?
I think it's because she's an agent. Usually they're not funny. They're just suits. But this agent, she's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
They're supposed to be friends with everybody. You know what I mean? That's kind of their deal.
That is my deal. I'm either your friend or your worst enemy, and nothing in between.
You still salty Ricky Bennett didn't join your agency, Barbara?
Oh, come on now. I was just trying to help a brother out. It's not my fault that he doesn't understand the rules of the game.
Oh, Shep, I got a serious question for you. Why can't you be more of a leader like MP? Why are you gonna be so gosh darn selfish all the time?
Man, anyone looking up to that bum now? Good luck leading a team when you buried on the bench.
But you know who I really feel sorry for? Like, honestly, his girl. All these NBA players. She stuck with that clown? I mean, realistically, man, he probably got a whole closet full of cardigans and pleated khakis.
She'll figure it out. Speaking of, yo, Mila, your boy's single. Hit me up if you ever want to see what it's like to be with a real man.
Oh, wow. I am not touching that one.
Yo, this episode is going to do numbers, bro.
Was there ever any doubt?
Hey, Shep, any final words you want to say to MP, before the camera dies? Because we're making this fire content right now.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to say, your game's trash. Your agent's trash. Your girl's trash. And you're trash. Did I forget anything?
Girl, agent. I think you got that covered, buddy.
And the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you that to your face. Other than that, just wishing you many blessings, brother.
You know what? That's real classy. Why would he even mention me?
Because he's Shep? Does he need a reason?
Yeah, no, he does not. Clown.
Look, this means nothing. It's just some loudmouth being a loudmouth. But you do have that Top Takes Daily interview tomorrow, and they're absolutely going to want to ask about this, given how inflammatory it was. Like I said, it's no big deal. It is no big deal, but we are going to obviously need to strategize your response, okay? So meet me at the business hub after you finished up here, and we'll go over whatever it is we need to go over. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. I appreciate you, Ash. Always keep me in the loop, no matter how painful it is. Thank you.
It's literally what you pay me to do. But yeah. See you in a bit.